Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk, and today one of my new tanks. It's a tier 6 I did not have and came up as a discounted sale for gold. So I grabbed Loza's M4A2, which is essentially an Easy 8, more or less. One of the many Sherman variants that are in the game. Running a turbo, a vert stab, and a rammer. I'm not running food, I am running 2 large kits and a fire extinguisher on this, and a healthy dose APCR at 26 rounds. An all tier, not true, a tier 6 and tier 5 battle here on Himmel's Fisherman's Bay Dorf. And I'm going to get a little aggressive in this because we are in a mid-tier battle. And I am top tier. And we're going to run into the Basoto, trying to get out of his way. There we go. And we're going to head for the 1-2 line, guys. We're going to go over to the west, and I'm going to try to get a bit aggressive. But unfortunately, what I will find is I don't have a whole lot of help. So I'm going to have to be a bit careful on how I run it. We're going to talk about how I like to move forward, though, on the 1 line as we go here. Now, this is from the north side. It's that you do it a bit of a different way from the south side. Both sides can run up underneath the other team. I would say that the north spawn has an easier time of it. But the south spawn, if they can get up underneath, probably has a better position in terms of lighting guys and digging them out. So what I like to do is go the direction I went. I'll go around the back, and now when you burst through those bushes, danger, danger, this is the dangerous part. So I often give it a little wiggle jiggle here and try to avoid taking any massive hits. We'll shoot him on the way, and then you want to tuck left. Tuck left, tuck left. Get over to the left as soon as possible. In fact, I might have brought myself a little too far out here to the west. You want to tuck back underneath because now you are protected from all the sniperinos who might be up on this row, and you don't want to be out here on the right side because there's snipers along that line. So, good news is I didn't get spotted. There's a couple things I like to do to prepare the battlefield over in this position. One of them is knock down that tree, although that does let people know that someone's doing something over here. Another tree you can knock down, you can actually take this other big tree and knock it down forward as well to add a little bit more cover potentially there. But I will stop in this intermediate position, vice go all the way up to the windmill, because if I roll to the windmill and there's 2 or 3 guys here, and they get the idea that maybe there's not that strong of a force back here, although I do have 3 guys, they may come around. Or what you may find is you're blazing up towards the windmill and they have decided to all come around the corner. So if they, and you're just 1, right? So if there's 3 or 4 of you, that by all means, if you want to go up to the windmill and get aggressive, have a nut. I would probably still stop here, though. What I don't want to do is go alone to the windmill, just in case they have a strong counter already in the offing. All right? And we'll see how that goes right here. I don't remember if it's this one or another one where they send somebody. All right, so now I can kind of come up this spot. The camo from this tree is not great. Really, it's really great if you can knock this tree right here down forward. It really helps out, but it's hard not to do that without getting spotted. And I don't think I got there fast enough, so I'm not going to... Wish I do it. Never mind. And I get lit. There you go. Great. So there's your lesson. I forgot I had done that. So now, other than this other tree that's still up, I've prepped it. And I think I'm not going to bother with it on this. You can be hit by artillery on this back slope. It's not easy, but they can shoot you. Now we're going to come up here, and now I'm going to take a little peek. Do I get lit? Okay, that's good. Now that doesn't mean the second time you come up there you're not going to get lit. Maybe a scout's moved into position or somebody's changed an angle or whatever. Right now I'm just testing the waters. I don't want to just drive up in this bush if I'm going to get lit. So being careful a couple times. And now I feel like I do have to watch out for the A43 potentially on my left side over there. Alright, now we'll go up, and what I want to know now as I go up to the windmill is there somebody right on the other side of the windmill? That's what's going to happen right here, because I can proxy light. Is anyone there? No. Fantastic. Now I can use this bush. Be careful about this bush. We'll pause it right here. If someone's sitting right there, they're probably going to see you anyway. Also, if there's somebody on this row back over here, they'll see your tank top come up over, and you won't know until 3 seconds later. By that time, several of their snipers up here could have obliterated you. So be really careful. I probably overextended on that. Really what you wanted to do is come up just high enough that your top turret would be seen by these guys and then back out. That's the best safe way to do that. Wait for 3 seconds. Did I get lit? No. Then do what I did over there. The kind of testing, 1, 2, 3 action. But I got a little over aggressive on that. Oh, I did get seen. There you go. And if I'm honest on that, that was interesting because that feels more like somebody must have moved into one of these bushes, or maybe the A43 got in position over here to see me. Although he's a little bit outside, so hard to tell right there. I feel like maybe somebody got into one of these bushes and that was a line of sight thing as opposed to a burn through thing. So we'll pop up here a couple times. Don't hang out in one spot just because you're there. If you need to move and go somewhere else and do that. I'm just going to take a quick peek here. What do we got going on? Did they get lit? Interesting. I sort of expected someone to see me there. I think I actually do get hit here. Put a shot in. We do not get lit. And I go forward. Ow, what on earth? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Did he not have enough spotting? Did he just move into that position? It's hard to tell. But that sucker's right there. Oh, and I miss. Take a bit of a chance. He's moving. I'll take that shot. He's looking at us. I'm lucky he didn't hit me. We're going to put one more into where he was. I think I hit him, but we didn't kill him. So I took a chance, and I got lucky there, to be honest. He probably should have slapped me for another 200. That would have changed things considerably for this battle as well, because that guy hits pretty hard for a tier 6. Pretty hard indeed. Alright, now the leopard's coming up. So we got a little scout action here. We'll use his spotting and see if we can't knock somebody out. Love to kill this S-35 CA. There we go. Got tracked by the Arty. Full zoom. Back out because I know I'm going to get lit. Leopard, I don't really know why he's doing that, but he is. We'll come around here and we'll start working on the M4A1. The heavies on the other side are having a bit of a hard time of it. That guy was just waiting for me. Pretty amazing, actually. And is he going to pop? I don't know. Arty's hitting him. Want to be careful about this spot. I just noted there's a T-150 back there. That's a bit scary. Honestly, if he was up here somewhere, I'd be in big trouble because he'd have slapped me for 300. And I'm worried about somebody maybe moving into those positions and shooting me here, especially as I'm being lit by this guy. We'll just take a little shot there. Back out. We don't want to eat that shot if we don't have to. And snap-a-lama-ding-dang. Got rid of that guy, although he did hit me for 128. The leopard dies. He was being a little bit foolish, to be honest. I mean, I'm glad he was giving us the spots there. We take a bit of a lead. The heavies are getting the JOB done over there, and I'm actually going to fall back. This is what I was talking about a little bit earlier. Just because you're in a position doesn't mean you need to stay there. They know I'm there, and they know I only have 479 hit points, and my biggest concern was that T-50 goes, well, I'm going to go remove this dude. And if he'd have pushed in there and come around the corner, there's not a whole lot I'd have been able to do against him. At the very least, I'd have eaten a 300 alpha gun, 300 alpha shot. The Basoto's moving up. I still have some TDs back there. We're going to hang out here for a minute, though. Let's see if the Hellcat or the T-150, if that develops. Are they going to get aggressive enough to try to push the guys down here? Right now, I'm using the Basoto. If the Basoto wants to go up there and get guys lit, then I will accept that. The middle is a concern. Had that flank, if you guys in the back pushed. Yep, that's always a concern, my friend, but you overextended. Where he is just not a great spot. The leopard was happy with my help, though, so there you go. There you go. I'm sort of watching the heavies over on the other side. Really, I'm also concerning myself with, do I need to go across and try to shoot their heavies in the side? But we're getting a development over here in terms of this flank. If we can take down the Hellcat and the T-150, then that would be nice because we wouldn't be leaving people behind us as we flex to the middle and go over to the other side. And I'm watching the other side kind of slowly bleeding. So those two Arties move up. I'm sort of hanging out here for a moment. And now I'm thinking, well, I wonder, because there's nobody in the middle, can I actually get up more or less where the leopard is and start looking for shots on these guys? So we'll go ahead and do that. Right, the A-43 that was in the middle is dead. The Covenator that was running around the middle is dead. We more or less know where all of their tanks are. Hellcat's making a runner. We'll come up here and use these bushes as cover. We'll see if we can sneak some shots on this Hellcat. Come right up in here. I think I just knocked a tree down, which is not really what I meant to do. Yep, I did. Meanwhile, we don't see the T-150. Notice the two TDs went in there and didn't really find the guy. So where is this dude? We're just taking advantage of those spots now. Racking up some damage and some kills. Where the hell did the T-150 go? Well, instead of pushing me and getting rid of me, the T-150 says, F this, and he left. Fantastic. Simavente hiding out. He gets tracked. We'll shoot him and track him again. I'm not even sure if he's playing. No, I see the gun moving. Looks like maybe. Down he goes, and that was a good little cleanup on aisle 2, but we got a problem on the other flank. So instead of pushing into the cap, the standard thing, my friends, swing to the middle or to the other flank, leaning back towards your cap and dealing with any of their guys that might be pushing. Now, I don't really want to get caught in the middle. That's not really what I want to do. Then I see the T-150, so we're going to swing over here and change what we're doing. Artillery, I don't know. That's like a shiny thing. We just got to shoot artillery, don't we? We hit him once. We hit him twice. He's gone. It's going to take us a while to chew through this T-150. We're going to go ahead and go over to the gold rounds. Get one on him. That's great. 2. That's fantastic. Armor not hit. Luck's running out a little bit. Armor not hit. Those are too low. Getting into the track and not the armor. There we go. None of it's tracking him. Down he goes. All right. Meanwhile, while I was busy with that, if you notice all the other things are going on, the rest of the team over there died while we're trying to chew through this T-150. So we've got a 30-45M, an Achilles, and 2 KV-1s. The Basoto is the last guy in the push, and he's hanging out there, and I'm just going to leave him. I hate to do that, but I can't sit there and support him in the middle when I've got a 30-45, an Achilles, especially a 30-45M, and 2 KV-1s. So we're going to have to fall back and defend. And the best place to do that is on this little hill that's up above the cap. Once I get up here into a good position, I should have good spotting on quite a bit of the enemy team. The Basoto is falling back. That is fantastic news. Absolutely fantastic. So good on him. I kind of wish he hadn't pushed in there, but we did kill the T-150 doing that. And he's making a great decision on pulling back so that we have most of our guns back here. And unfortunately, the Hummel was out in the open. I'm not really sure why he chose that line to run away, but he did. And now we're going to work our way. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. KV-1. Fantastic. Back till it's a dark bush and shoot. Probably should have backed it just a little bit more. Shooting him right in that kind of middle armor spot there. We just need one more. Fantastic, and we'll back out. That works for me. Didn't get lit, and we're able to machine gun down one of the KV-1s. That goes a long ways towards figuring this one out. 30-45M gets the Basoto, or finds him. I get lit. I think I was lit by the 34-85M in that little open spot, but the Basoto actually nuked him, which is amazing. And there's no enemy artillery, so I'm not in danger of getting slapped by them. Now we got to figure out where the KV-1 and the Achilles are. Where's that last KV-1 and where is the Achilles? We're going to go to this well one more time, take a peek into these, make sure they haven't tried to sneak up underneath me right here. See the Basoto falling back. The HMC, I don't know about that move. He's kind of pushing into him. I think he really should have been back here with us somewhere. 4 minutes, 5 minutes really, closer to 5 minutes. So it's not an emergency. We're just going to watch this develop, see if they want to keep on pushing. But I'm feeling like now that they only have 2, and we've kind of crushed their push. Oh, look at this. The Achilles has showed up and is taking on the HMC. All right, I'm going to take that intel. I'm going to act on it. Even if the KV-1 is pushing into the cap, we can get back. We know where the Achilles is, so let's flow that way and see if we can't kill him off. The HMC has him thinking. He didn't push the guy. I like that he lived, and he's kind of hanging out right there, so we're looking to catch the Achilles out in the open. You know, honestly, if he was smart, he'd have run away from that spot because he has to know people are coming, but he's not. He has very few hit points. Oh, and the HMC shoots into space. Tucks up underneath, and the Achilles is now slowly moving forward to kill him. That's going to draw him out. That's going to let me kill him right here. Nope, I don't know what that was, but we will shoot him. Nope, we're going to armor not. Oh my gosh, okay, and boom, there we go. Fantastic. Finally got there. Now that was a fairly long engagement. If the KV-1 was somewhere nearby, he may be charging into me. So I'm sort of hanging out here thinking, all right, where is this guy? I don't want to give him the first shot. He reloads pretty quickly, and he hits harder than I do, really. And if I get a bounce or two, I only have 3 APCR, so I'll take a peek. We're getting down to a time crunch, though. We're at 3:16. Basoto has the cap covered, so I'm not worried right now about him being anywhere near the cap. And he might be near, but he's not out in the open. He's certainly not pushing the cap. Being mindful of the 3 minutes, we're going to move back to the middle. Dangerous spot here. He might be up here poking around. He might be hanging out in the middle, waiting for guys to move around. I don't see him. But notice he was in the city. And this is mid-tier. There's a good chance he hasn't gone very far from where he was last seen. He saw a couple guys cross over and attempt to push the cap, so maybe if he was supporting that KV-1 I killed, he saw that happen. He saw the 3045 YOLO into the Basoto, so he knows there's a TD near the cap hanging out. He clearly did not push. He saw us, or at least me, react and reposition and take out the Achilles. He probably, because the Achilles is a decent speed, watched the Achilles reposition over to the other side of the map while he hung out somewhere around here. Very surprised I didn't find him. This makes me feel like he was kind of hiding somewhere, or he may have been all the way, I'd say, on the A row over there, or something like that. Based on the direction we find him coming from, he's somewhere in the city or somewhere up in the north. At this point, it's cap time. We have 1:46. The Basoto is moving that way. In fact, there was some comm to that effect a minute ago. And basically, we've got to jump on the cap and try to cap this thing out. And if he shows up, hopefully, between the two of us, we're able to gun this guy down. I don't know what his hit point situation is. As you can see, he's never been in my draw distance, so I don't have any SA in terms of what his hit points are. So we'll jump on the cap. That's one. I don't have enough, right? There's 1:39. However, here comes the Basoto. As soon as he jumps on, we'll be well within the ability to cap this thing out. Now watch what the Basoto does. I'm going to kind of watch this way, because honestly, I'm really guessing, since I was already over on this side of the map for quite a bit, and I crossed across the middle, unless he's hiding in the corner, which I doubt because the guy's pushed through there, and he was last seen here, I really think he's going to come here from the northeast. So I'm pointing in that direction, more or less. The most dangerous situation is if somehow he was hiding over here, and he can sneak up underneath and come around this corner. That could be a problem, because then he has the rock to hide in and stuff like that. So that was one of my biggest worries, was this area right here was not cleared out. Now the Basoto, for his part, good on him. I wish he wasn't quite that close, but he's kind of using me as armor right there. So he's looking the same way I am. Then he thinks about it, but he keeps moving. Now remember, when you move, you're breaking camo, unless you're a light tank. Every time you move, you have less camo. So every time he shifts his hole and moves, there he goes again, he's letting the KV-1 have a better view on him, potentially. Got the APCR called up, I'm ready, and actually this dude shows up. He comes charging in, and I had a chance to kill this dude. We see him, we're going to put a shot on him, and one more shot, and I have 6 kills. A 95. I rolled a 95. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Just a, what, 115? Was that exactly what I needed? Or close to it? Yeah. If I'd have got a 115, would have been a Top Gun in there as well. But 2,238 damage, 256 assists, 5 kills, and a discussion about how I handled that. Hey, a close one. A close one. Fairly unusual. Fairly unusual. Bit of a bummer we didn't kill this guy. I don't know if he even fired at him, but there you have it. Low roll, and he lives with 12 hit points, but I will take the win. That's all I've got for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you.